Hello, YouTube GZTV. The first of two videos. You guys might have saw my tweet about Travis Scott month. I know that's kind of early to start a month dedicated to an artist. Not really though. Actually, last week we did an album. The week before we did an album. So yeah, we've been doing Travis Scott videos all month. And I ordered some merch. I'll probably show it to you guys when I stream tonight. But yeah, let's talk about The Walking Dead. First off though, I know I planned on giving you guys a Travis Scott like tier list video or like a bracket video. We're going to make that an exclusive stream on Twitch, and I will link it like in the description of one of the videos maybe tomorrow, or just link it on Twitter because I know people are going to want to see my bracket. And I have other brackets, we've done Drake, we've done Eminem. We've done Kanye as well. We've done plenty of artists, and Travis Scott was one of them I just had to get into. So there you go. Tomorrow night on stream, to start off, I'll do a separate stream than my normal stream. But yeah, tomorrow or today, you're still going to be getting the the Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight retro review. But let's get into the plot of The Walking Dead, because this is probably one of the most boring episodes of the series ever. Ah, man, I cannot keep defending this show. I mean, these bonus episodes are so unnecessary, and maybe I don't have to watch them, but at the same time, it's content. Maybe shitty content, but yeah. So on the road, Daryl, Carol, and Dog are on their way back to Alexandria. Carol struggles to open her canteen, so Daryl gives her his pocket knife to loosen the cap. Yeah, these are things we're focusing on, because the episode is so boring, we have to talk about every little thing, because there's no content here. Daryl decides to stay out in the woods a little longer in an effort to find more supplies for the damaged community. Obviously it's a little bit of the aftermath. It's continuing the story, but I'm still going to call this one of the bonus episodes just because it doesn't do much for the show at all. The two eventually come to a fork in the road and separate. Dog decides to follow Carol, obviously upsetting Daryl. Like, dude, get the fuck over it. It wasn't even originally your dog. Like, I get how special that is to you, that like that girl gave you the dog. But yeah, afterward, Carol returns to Alexandria, where the solar panels are still damaged. She approaches Jerry and asks him what she can do to help. She's returning to the community. She wants to be a kind person, I guess. Jerry doesn't have any jobs for her, but can tell something is bothering her, and she's not acting normal. Carol leaves and decides to make food for everyone, but a rat is in her house that has Dog riled up. Obviously, dogs are scared of rats and cats and all sorts of things. Unable to cook anything because of the solar panel wreckage, Carol leaves Alexandria and searches for soup ingredients, kind of gathering them, so when the power turns back on, she can get it going. She's surrounded by walkers in a field, but manages to kill them all, kind of taking some anger, some emotions out on them. In the woods, after Daryl's motorcycle breaks down and continuing on foot, he finds a group of abandoned cars and parts he needs to fix his motorcycle. He is unable to make the repairs without his pocket knife, and then decides to walk his motorcycle back to Alexandria. And I guess that is kind of important, because he gave Carol the pocket knife, so now he doesn't have one. Like, what are we getting at here? He comes upon a group of walkers dressed in military outfits, kills them, and finds a knife to help with his repairs. Oh, thank fucking goodness, he has a fucking pocket knife. Wow, dude. Meanwhile, back in Alexandria, Carol fixes the solar panels and begins to cook her soup, but ends up chasing the rat through the kitchen before the solid solar panels fizzle out. She goes to bed with Dog, saying she misses Daryl and knows he'll be back soon, but she contemplates leaving. Oh, wow. In the middle of the night, Carol and Dog hear the rat, leading Carol to have a breakdown and destroy part of the kitchen wall. Like, you fucking dumbass. Okay, nice, good job. The next morning, Carol cleans the kitchen and cooks her soup, finally getting the soup done. Oh yeah, this whole episode is about collecting supplies for soup. Has this show fucking lost it? I don't know what is happening. Jerry arrives, who asks if she is doing okay. He admits he is worried about Ezekiel, and she's being like fucking sarcastic. Yeah, I'm fine. Like, he wants to check on you, you fucking bitch. I have not liked Carol's character ever since they went into the cave. I really haven't. Ever since she's wanted Alpha killed, she's gotten upset. It's really annoying. She's kind of acting like Andrea did, like one of the more hated characters ever in the show. As they share a hug, the rat exits the house and runs off, much to Carol's relief. Oh, wow. It's like a bottle episode, but it's not a good one. Outside, Daryl returns on his repaired motorcycle and encounters Carol. Tired, Daryl declines Carol's offer for soup. The two again go their separate ways. What was the point of this episode? I don't know. Norman Reedus as Daryl, Melissa McBride, and Cooper Andrews as Jerry were pretty regular in the episode. This episode was pretty shitty, but Melissa McBride did pretty good, I guess. Yeah, I don't like this. I mean, It's one of the worst episodes of the series. 36%, 4.6 out of 10, 14 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. Diverged focuses on fan favorites Carol and Daryl, but this wheel-spinning installment adds few fresh layers to these already well-established characters. Characters, like, remember, these characters have been in the series for fucking ever. Yeah, this is one of the worst episodes since, like, a season 8 episode a while ago. Yeah. I got a C- on the AV Club. So when people talk about The Walking Dead like it's running on fumes, this is the kind of episode in which they're referring. This is like Exhibit A of the show fucking going downhill. Honestly, this episode didn't need to exist. It was extremely slow, even compared to the other Season 10 pandemic episodes, and it quickly wraps up something that we already knew would have been wrapped up sooner or later. It just seems inconsequential, except for fueling this dream for Carol's Food Network debut, I guess. On the surface, Diverge is a bit of a slog and a completely unnecessary bottle episode, like I said. Man, not only is Diverge the worst of the bonus Season 10 episodes so far, it's basically the worst episode since Angela Kang took over as showrunner. 4 out of 5 by Paul Daly. It will be one of those polarizing episodes because it was another deep dive into characters who have been a part of the series since the beginning. For that reason alone, Diverge was one of my favorite episodes? Oh my god, okay. 4 out of 5 on Den of Geek. The character development of Carol. Melissa McBride did great. Melissa McBride is nothing if not charismatic as his character, and viewers will be invested in watching Carol look more like the Carol who ingratiated herself to Alexandra with molasses cookies, rather than the depressed shell she has been, or the remorseless killing machine she's been in the past. Carol is still struggling with her place in the world, but it's a more relatable sort of struggle, especially for those of us who live in old buildings. Okay. If you read that critical thing going into this episode, you wouldn't even want to watch it. I don't know. Like, it's a positive review, but still. This is one of the worst episodes in the entire series. At least Carol or Melissa McBride, whatever, has a pretty solid performance. It's just everything that happens consequentially is just not interesting at all. I watched the whole thing. Like, it's not like I was zoned out, but that's because I was just wanting it to be over. I don't know. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I know this is one of the more negative reviews on the channel, but there's just nothing to say about this. It's not like shitty cinematography or anything. I mean, the writing is really bad. It's like we're chasing a rat the entire episode. Like, okay, it's been 40 minutes. Can we find the rat now? Like, I don't know. Coming up here soon, we are going to be talking about Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight as part of Travis Month.